welcome to a very special bonus episode of the Sports for Dummies podcast. Hopefully you're watching this on video, because if you're not, then you're not watching it because it's only video. So hopefully you're watching it, and hello to you. So this is the podcast for you if you know everything about sports, like our sports guru, Lewis Pearce, or you know absolutely nothing, although you are getting better, like me, Hope Ellen, the sports dummy. Now, normally each week, Lewis gives us 3 top stories of the world of sport, from random to wonderful to downright wild. But today, we're doing a very special kit review because the World Cup has begun. So we're going to go through our favourite kits and our most hideous kit that we despise. We'd love to know from you which kits that you're loving at the moment, so please do drop us an email at sportsdummiespodcast@gmail.com, or do please comment below. On that note, I have got a question, Lewis.
Yes, Hope.
So when you sent me the link to the kits to see them,
Yes.
I'm a bit confused as to why there are home kits and away kits if everyone is playing away in Qatar.
Well, because you can't have 2 away teams, can you? You have to have a home team and an away team. Even in a cup final, Hope, there's a home team and an away team. That's just how it is. So there are 2 different shirts, mainly for a reason like this. Again, you're right. All teams are away, bar Qatar, who are of course at home constantly. But if you're playing a team that are in a similar colour shirt to you, you have to have an alternate kit. You know, there are quite a few clubs who just have, say, plain white shirts. For that reason, Hope, Tunisia are in whites, they're the away team, and the home team are Denmark, they're in red. That therefore makes sense. So there are reasons for it. It's not just completely silly.
And how do you decide who is the home person and who's the away person? Do they flip a coin?
No, that's decided before the tournament. I can't remember exactly how they decide that, but there is a process they go through to decide. But again, that's like racking my brains. This is the thing, see, for people that don't necessarily listen every single week, Hope asks some good questions that test my knowledge. On that reason, if you have the answer, if you know why, if you know when that decision was made, I believe that was done when the group stage was drawn. So when the teams are pulled out the hat and you're playing this team and that team, whoever, that will be when that process all happened. So there you go. But yes, people, we are talking about our top 5 kits today. To make it very clear as well for those listening, 2 things. Number 1, this is in no particular order. These are just our favourite kits that we've decided. And number 2, please don't sack us for any images we use. We're just kind people trying to make a podcast a living.
We are kind.
Yeah, so please don't tell us off for it. We take no legal claim that these are our photos. These are everyone else's photos. These are external photos we are using for reference to the images we say. Because otherwise, if we just say a kit and you don't get to see it, it's quite boring because you've got to look up yourself.
You need to see it, quite frankly.
So there you go.
Okay.
So we'll kickstart, and of course, we'll also add in there as well, people. We are going to include the worst shirts, so the kit that we think is absolutely dreadful, whatever the reason for that is, we'll get onto. But Hope, we're going to start with kit number 1 in no order. What is your top 5 kit? Let's go.
So one of mine that might actually be my favourite, if I'm honest, is Brazil's away kit.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Okay.
Interesting.
Now, the reason for this, and it's something that I probably wouldn't ordinarily like about it, but it's got a cheeky little bit of leopard print. And I quite like it. It's got the blue and the green. It's kind of merging ever so gradually, like gradient almost. And I mean, I don't know who this model is. It's not a model, he's a player, I think. But whoever this guy is with the tattoo, it works with the tattoo as well.
Yeah, Hope. I mean, to be fair, I don't mind the kit. I think it's quite nice. I wouldn't prefer it to their home shirt. I think the home shirt's okay. I'm not a massive fan of it. I think they're in better Brazil kits before. But the player, you're either referring to Coutinho, who's on the left, or Richarlison, who's on the right. So whichever one it is.
The one with the tattoo.
That's Coutinho, ex-Liverpool. There you go, yeah. Ex-Liverpool.
Is he?
Yes, ex-Liverpool. Very, very good player.
I should know that.
So there you go. So
and you can get this kit if you want to from Nike for £74.95.
You can buy pretty much all the kits. There you go. So Hope's got all the facts about the kits. So that is Hope's 5th. Now, in my sort of last favourite place, I would say my number 5. I'll say is the Welsh away kit.
Let me just find that one. Welsh away kit.
Yeah, the Welsh away shirt. Now, the reason, Hope, for that is I think it's a very, very clean shirt. I think the design is very clever. But the reason why I like it so much, and again, it was a shirt that actually grew on me, didn't really take a fancy to it. Yesterday, when all the fans were at the game, we're recording on the day of Tuesday. We watched the game yesterday, which ended...
On the day of Tuesday?
Yeah, on the day of Tuesday.
On the day of Tuesday?
We were recording just shut up, Lewis. We were recording on Tuesday. On Monday, it finished Wales 1, US 8-1. Now, they played in their home kit, Hope, but lots of the fans are wearing this away shirt, and I think it's absolutely class. I really like the plain white. I think the badges stand out. I like the Adidas stripes on the sleeves. The one thing that I like a lot about it is not only the collar, but on the side, which you might not be able to see on some of the images, they actually have the zigzag pattern as well. And I think the reason for that is because this World Cup is being played at Christmas time, I think this has a very, very nice Christmas feel to the shirt. And I really like that. I think that's quite an underrated feature. Might not have been noticed. There you go. Wales for me, definitely a decent shirt.
Now, I'm going to talk about my next one, which is also the Wales away kit. So we actually agree on something, Lewis, which is rare. I didn't notice the kind of Christmas connotation, but yeah, definitely in there. Also, the colours of like the collar and the side element that you mentioned there reminds me a bit of Kenya. Like the Kenyan flag.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
And I say that. I used to live with a guy from Kenya and he used to have Kenyan bracelets and Kenyan flag and he loved Kenya so much. So it kind of reminds me of that, Phil. Again, I like the Adidas logo as well. I like the fact that it's quite small. It's not in your face too much. And it's quite an old school looking Adidas. It's probably not. It's probably just a normal Adidas, but it looks old school to me. It hasn't... Wait, I'm wearing Adidas right now. Let me see. Where's my thing?
Well, I hope faffing with that. The only thing for me that means it's not my favourite shirt, and the reason why it's slightly lower down, the only thing about the collar that I don't necessarily like is I love the pattern design, but there's a small sort of triangle which is in between that, and I think that it doesn't look weird, but it doesn't look perfect. So for me, that's why it's not my absolute top. It's a great shirt nonetheless. It's a great kit. Hope is still faffing to find.
Oh, I found it, but it's not even the Adidas logo. It just says Adidas because it's a special edition one.
Oh my days.
So it hasn't even got
I'm wearing
it.
Adidas, but it's here.
Wait, where's mine?
There you go.
Ah, yeah, mine's got it here.
Okay,
but it says the words. Does yours say the words?
Yes. Well, no, that is the new design. That's right. So the new Adidas design does not feature the words. That is the whole point. Yeah. There you go.
So I was right,
yes.
Wasn't it? That it's new.
That is right. It's a new... Sorry, I thought you meant the kit. No, you're right. The badge, the Adidas badge is a new design. That's spot on.
Okay, I said retro design, but I actually meant new.
Now, my second kit, Hope, that I'll move on to, which I quite like, and again, bit of a different one, I'm going to go for Ecuador at home. Now, the Ecuadorian home shirt, they, of course, opened the World Cup against Qatar, won 2-0 with Enner Valencia scoring 2 goals. Now, at first, Hope, it was a kit, again, I didn't really take much notice to. I wasn't really that fussed, but actually... I quite like this shirt. I think it's an absolute standout in terms of the home kits. Now, the interesting thing is that when you look at it and when you kind of take a minute, what I find fun is that, in particular, if you look at the cut, or what they call the I don't know what the name of it is, around the... you're good at this sort of thing.
Yeah, go on. Explain what you mean, because I'm trying to find the picture.
Here
we go. It's the away kit, yes?
The sleeve cuff. That's what it's called. It's the sleeve cuff. If you look at the sleeve cuff on the left-hand side, there is the Colombian blimey, that's definitely not the right country. There is the Ecuadorian badge, and it's really, really small, as in the flag, that is. And that's red, blue, and yellow. That's blended in very nicely to the cuff on the sleeve. I think that's brilliant. I really like the bright colours of it. And the other fun thing, actually, that I read is that on the back, there is a small, tiny Ecuador flag of the country, which I think is fantastic. And it's a great addition to the kit. And actually, if you look closely, now it's quite hard to see, but if you actually have some proper detail, you can actually see there is a map of Ecuador that sits on the back of the shirt as well. So there you go. All in all, Hope, I think it's a great shirt. Really bold, really vibrant. What I like to see at the World Cup.
It's a very masculine shirt.
It's very bold. It reminds me a lot. Liverpool used to have a lot of yellow kits. Maybe it's got that affiliation to me. But I think, I think at the World Cup, you've got to be brave. You've got to go for it, especially this World Cup in particular. I think it's great to have a fun shirt because there are so many boring template kits. So I believe Marathon made the shirt, if I'm not mistaken, and they did.
I mean, it is in massive letters on the shirt.
I didn't have the image. But yeah, Marathon made the shirt. And I think it's great. I think it's a great shirt. So definitely, I think this shirt is a Marathon winner. That doesn't make...
Oh, look at you, give all the puns.
Doesn't make sense.
Is that a pun? I don't know.
Really. Anyway, what would be your third most favourite shirt or your third kit?
Here we go then. I've got a quite similar taste, I think, because they're all quite similar, the ones I've chosen. But we're going to go with France's home kit.
Oh, interesting. Now, okay.
Yeah, the reason I like this, because it's quite plain Jane.
Plain Jane.
Sorry, what is this hair doing? My goodness. I like the bird on it. right?
The bird.
Just simple little gold bird. I like the colour of it being kind of like a royal
Yeah.
dark blue. And I also quite enjoy the buttons near the neck.
Interesting. Okay.
It's just simple yet effective, and I'm just a fan. And it's classy.
Yeah. I like the
That also
analysis.
says that. It says that whoever written this article said classy too.
I think it's all right. I
So-
like it. It's not my favourite shirt. I preferred previous France home kits. I think it's okay, but you're right. It's very plain shirt. But in terms of, I think from the home kits, it's quite nice. It's got that sort of standard France feel, really. I'm not a fan of the buttons. If I'm honest, I don't like that feature, but just my opinion. But I'm glad you like it. So there you go. It's good as well to have variation.
One thing that you might like, though, Lewis, is the fact that France also have the kind of flag on the sleeve.
I think that's clever.
Which is it looks nice.
Yeah.
I would wear that.
There you go. Someone order Hope a France kit because she's ready to rep Le Bleu. And
it's the same price as Brazil's.
they're all the same. Yeah, they're all the same price.
Okay.
Because it's templates.
Just letting you know.
Thanks.
Just letting you
in case
know.
I'd forgotten.
If people want to buy the kit for me.
Oh, sorry.
Same
There you
price.
go. That makes sense.
But I do prefer Brazil's, I'll be honest.
Interesting.
Anyway.
Okay, there you go. I mean, Brazil. I think the Brazil gets a bit more flair. I think it's a bit more exciting. But there you go. Interesting. My third choice. Now, this is in no particular order because they're actually all the same. Effectively, is the Denmark shirts. Now, these were very, very well known. These were very well advertised for being protest kits. So they're actually, although they look quite plain, they are very, very, very clever. I think they are absolutely standout of this World Cup in terms of the meaning. The only thing I would comment, and it's not a problem, it's just one of those things, they're currently playing live, as you said, against Tunisia. And now that they're playing, they have the Denmark flag in the middle of the kit and the numbers on the front and the back. And not that it took away from the shirt, but it kind of lost that sort of...
But it did.
Do you know what I mean? Like, the photo of it, if you ordered that shirt now, it looks amazing. But actually playing in it, They obviously have to have player names on the back. They decided not to go against that. That'd have been very, very brave not to do that. But yeah, this was a protest kit, Hope, to kind of emphasise. So Hummel stated, "We support the Danish national team all the way, but that isn't the same as supporting Qatar as a host nation." So this was a protest kit for the political issues going on in Qatar, as we discussed in various episodes. Now, the reason why there's not one favourite is because all kits, of course, are the same effectively. They have no different designs. They're the same sort of pattern for both home, away, and alternate. And for those that can see the image as well, there is a black shirt which they've released. Now that is all black. That is actually for any of the workers who lost their lives, and it's actually known as the mourning kit. And I think that's very, very brave, and they're the only nation really that have taken a stance in terms of, because, you know, quite a few teams can't physically take a stance, i.e. you know, the England players and Welsh players alike weren't allowed to wear the rainbow armband. There have been lots of issues around that. This is a great way of protesting subtly in a very obvious way. So for me, it's got to be up there as top 5. I think it's a great call by Hummel. Really nice shirt. And I think it looks classy. I think it's really, really nice shirt.
I really like it now that you've said all this. I think I bypassed it before.
It is one of those kits, Hope.
But I really like the white one, especially because it's very crisp.
It's very, very clean. The only thing with the white one, though, Hope, if you'd wear it in a game, you get it very dirty, wouldn't you? Because it is very white. Like, there's not...
Get some Persil. Hashtag ad.
Please sponsor.
Also, just reading about it, it also gives a nod to 1992, doesn't it? Which was an important year for the Denmark
Danish
team.
national team. Yeah, that was with... Was it Michael and...
They were crowned European champions.
Yes, they were. There you go. Hope's on it, guys. Hope is on it. Hope.
I'm not reading the article at all. It's just all on the top of my head.
Hope.
Right, my next
Number
one.
4.
Okie dokie. So we're moving on now to Saudi Arabia, the home kit. Now, there's a little bit of a theme starting to occur a little bit, and you'll notice more as we go through. I like the plain shirts, and I like the white shirts because I know that you mentioned getting dirty. Dirty.
Dirty. I mentioned dirty. You're getting them very dirty.
But I just like it. I don't know. Anyway, so the Saudi Arabia home kit. Now, the reason I like it is not only because it is white, but it's also got that lovely, fresh kind of green on it as well. The detailing on it in terms of the look like feathers or...
They're actually feathers. Palm leaves. There you go. But yes.
But I think there's a mixture, isn't there?
Maybe. From what I saw, it was mainly palm leaves. But either way...
Okay, maybe it is palm leaves then.
Feature of the things.
No, I think it's both. Because if you look at the logo of Saudi Arabia's team, it's like a bird with a palm tree.
Oh, yeah, okay. I see what you mean.
So I think it's both.
Well, there you go.
I don't love that element
Mhm.
of it, but it does add a different dimension, and it's not too in your face,
Yeah.
so I could get on board. I mainly just like the contrast of the fresh green and the white.
Yeah, Hope, I will say that actually was my 6th shirt. That was on my notable kits list, which we can, of course, come to. That was 6th for me. I think it's a really, really nice shirt. Very plain, very subtle. The only thing for me that lost it slightly, and again, that might have been the colour of the image or whatever, but the photos that were taken, the Nike tick and the collar are a different colour to the badge.
Right, I was about to say that because I just thought the same thing, but on the other photo, they are the same.
So again, I will say if it is the same color, it's in my top 5, and if it isn't, it isn't. I can't get behind something that's got 2 different colors that are so close.
I can't imagine it would be different colours.
But this is the thing. They played earlier today. They actually had a huge win, Hope, against Argentina. They beat Argentina 2-1.
I'm so happy. We win today. We win.
How are you feeling?
Congratulations to Saudi. I'm from Libya, but today supporting Saudi.
Hope that is an unbelievable victory. They've absolutely put a statement for the tournament saying that they are not a team to be looked past. They were such a good team, so well organised. Their manager is fantastic. It was a great performance, absolutely brilliant. But they didn't play in their home kit, they played in the away kit. So we got to see the away kit, not the home. I'm looking forward to seeing that shirt because it is very, very nice.
Oh, I'm glad you agree, Lewis.
There you go.
And what's your next one?
Now, Hope, taking a slightly different approach because you've gone for a bit more of a plain kit. I've got a bit more out there for this one.
Oh, gosh.
Although I think this shirt is unbelievable. Now, I'll come to it just in a second, but what I will say...
I'm scared.
We're talking about the Mexico away shirt. Now, I think this kit is one of the standouts of the tournament. I think in terms of boldness, this is the shirt. Yeah, this is the shirt that tops it all because it is insanely cool. I think it's so clever. Now, quite a few people online I've heard have compared it to like the color of a rug, and I can kind of understand that, and I can see where that like parallel may come from.
Or curtains.
Or curtains. I think the design is so cool. So it's actually inspired by, and again, apologies for a mispronunciation. I'm not sure how you say this. I believe it will be something like in Spanish, it might be Quetzalcoatl. I don't know. It's Queut.
Quetzalcoatl.
We'll post it on screen anyway, for those that are watching, which is also in English translated to feather serpent. That's what it's inspired by. And it's supposed to be a representation of humankind's physical capabilities. Now, I just think it's a wicked shirt. I think it's got that sort of Aztec feel to it, that very traditional Mexican style you'd imagine in your head. There's also a dragon that's featured on the back just below the neckline. I think it looks fantastic. It is such a bold shirt. Adidas have smashed it here. And I really like the way as well that the kit kind of blends together, that the sleeve, the pattern fits into the whole shirt. It's not like that they've just stopped on the sleeves, or it blends into the Adidas stripes as well. I think it's wicked. And the highlight of it all for me, Hope, is that tiny green neckline for the Mexican coloured badge. I think it's amazing. What a shirt that is.
I thought it was black. But I was about to comment on the darker collar or the lining.
I think it's a green for the Mexico badge. I believe that's the reason for it. I just think it's such a good kit. So there you go.
You've talked me round.
It's quite a fun shirt, Hope, isn't it? The thing is, I like plain kits, but I think in the World Cup, you've got to have some shirts that go for it. And there are certainly one or two others that did. But Hope, to wrap it all up, what is your number one kit? What's your favourite kit of the lot?
No, it's not a favourite because I haven't done it like that, remember?
Oh, right. But I mean, okay,
Lewis always sets the tone and says, right, Hope, we're going to do this. And then I always just don't do what he says. The last kit review, this happened as well. And you were like, okay, next one. I'm like, they're all random.
No.
Sorry.
Right. I could be rude, but because I'm kind, I won't be.
Go on, what?
No, I won't.
Don't worry.
It. Don't worry, Hope. You just do your in 5th place, but not really 5th. It's my first. You just say your favourite kit.
Be rude. I like it when you're rude. Anyway, here we go. Next one is the United States home kit.
Oh, no.
Right.
Sorry.
Hear me out. Again, plain. I like it. It's
plain?
got the home kit.
Look, I'll let you speak, and then I'll okay.
What are you looking at? The home kit is white with blue and red.
No, Hope, go on. I promise you just speak and I'll say.
That is the home kit.
Yeah, but go on, you.
Well, if it's wrong, you've sent me the bad link.
No, no, it's not wrong. I'll let you. I want to hear your opinion, and then I'll make my comment on it.
And then you'll shoot me down. Right, so I like the fact that it's very USA colours. It looks quite retro. I'm not so sure about the 2 Nike ticks on the sides of the sleeves, to be totally honest, but I can see why they've done that because they've obviously got the USA badge in the middle. I just think simplicity is key. And when you're, I might shoot myself in the foot here. If you're a good team, you can wear plain clothes because your kit doesn't prove your ability.
Well, Hope, there you go. Now, the only comment I'd make, right, and my only issue with it, I just think, so that Nike have been very well known. They're quite renowned for doing templates, and this shirt for me just screams template. It is such a lazy shirt. This is one of the best USA teams we've seen of all time. They looked absolutely brilliant last night against Wales in the first half. They were so good, sort of fell off a bit in the second half, but I just think the 2 Nike ticks just look dreadful. They're sort of the same style. The one thing, though, for me, Hope, the one issue I have, right, it would be an all right kit for me if there wasn't that weird bat-looking blue collar thing. It looks like they're getting ready for a Batman party and they've forgotten the rest of the outfit. That's how I see it. It's a sort of shirt you'd wear to like a...
I've never seen Batman in that, FYI. So I think you're chatting absolute rubbish.
Batman used to wear blue. Batman used to be blue. And that colour...
And white!
Yeah, but either way, right? The point is, it's like they've got a mini Batman on their shirt. I just think it looks dreadful. It's one of those kits where you sort of see it you might see it in passing at Camden Market for a tenner. I also think as well, I like the fact the badge is in the middle. I think it's strong, but I just can't get behind the like, you know, we're going to keep the same... we're going to keep this same pattern on each collar, and then you've got Batman in the middle. I don't get that at all. But anyway.
Yeah, but if you'd done your research, you would know that basically, even though it's simple, there are reasons behind what Nike have done here because it's trying to hammer home the culture of US. For example, the fact that they've got the Nike things on the sleeves and the symmetry is similar to what they have in NFL in America.
But I hope it doesn't look good. NFL looks clean.
Does it?
Yeah, I promise. The thing for me, it's just too template. Again, look, I'll let you speak. I don't want to, because it's your opinion. That's okay.
Oh, I've spoken.
I've spoken.
And also, how passionate? I've let you spoke. Yes, you're allowed to have your opinion.
I've got hope. No, look, I'm not.
But you are wrong.
I'm not disagreeing for 1 minute. Everyone's allowed their opinion. I just think for me, it's one of those kits because we need to offer an opinion. It's important to say if we don't like a shirt.
All right. Well, let's take it to the people.
Yes.
Tell us in the comments who's right here.
Yeah, people do like it. And you're right, though, Hope. That NFL feature is nice. But the only thing I'd say about the NFL feature is worth noting is that the ticks are a lot smaller. I just feel those ticks are slightly too big. But either way, look, it's not my least favourite kit. It's not a kit I like particularly, but it could be a lot worse. Hope to wrap it all up for...
there's 2 more situations we've got to go through.
Oh, yeah, but I meant
for... give me your favourite.
Yeah, for my favourite shirt that I'm going to say, Hope...
If you've gone in order.
If you've gone in order, but all in all, this would be my favourite shirt anyway, by far. I just think this kit is above and beyond. We're talking, Hope, about the Argentina away kit. Now, words can't explain how cool this shirt is, right?
Words cannot describe.
Right, words can't describe the feeling of looking at this nice shirt. I'm not, it doesn't sound like that. I don't want to make it that dreadful.
Words cannot describe. Right, sorry, you're talking about the away kit, yeah?
Hello, yes. I was Batman. Anyway.
I know I'm a woman, right, but I was multitasking because I was scrolling and also giving you some abuse. So it was hard to concentrate. Anyway, I'm here now.
So,
question, is this purple or blue?
This is the official colours of this are Legacy Indigo and Purple Rush. Now, I think that is flipping cool.
Ooh, sounds like a cocktail.
It does.
Purple Rush.
The graphic is actually inspired by the Sol de Mayo, which, of course, features in the Argentinian flag, which is the sun. Now, I just think this shirt is so cool. I think the gold Adidas logo and the gold badge are standout on this purple shirt. The sort of the flame feel, it's really cool. And what I like about it, though, in particular, is the fact that there are different shades of purple. You've got a light purple, a dark purple. You've got that kind of mixed blend in the middle. I just think it's wicked. I think it is such a cool shirt. Who knows how Argentina are going to get on? Of course, they didn't do well in the first match, but we'll have to wait and see if the team can redeem themselves coming up in the following games. But all in all, I just think it's a really class shirt. And the one reason, Hope, why I really liked it, you know the film Cars?
Yeah.
It reminded me a lot of Ramon. You know the purple like drop-down car that bounces. I don't know what I don't know what started.
You don't. I don't know. I don't know this film as well as you would know it because you're younger than me.
Okay. We'll include. I'll pull it up for you.
I know the Flash car, the fast one.
Ramon.
And that rusty old brown truck with the teeth.
Right. Okay. Hope this was the feel. Okay, I'll just show you that, and we can insert a photo. That is the feel of the kit for me. It's got this like this.
Yes, that's
this
familiar.
sort of swaggy, cool kit that you'd wear. Like it feels a.
So
more,
like that, the tires like bounce, like Snoop Dogg.
Exactly. It's a bit more like it's still a football kit, but it feels a bit more leisurely. It's not necessarily like just a casual football shirt. You could see someone wearing that out as a casual shirt. It's a very, very classy shirt. That for me is my number one. I think that shirt is fantastic. So well done, Adidas and Argentina. And I will say, Adidas on this list, Hope, have produced some classics because we have both said lots of Adidas kits.
You could spend a fortune buying all of these Adidas kits.
An absolute fortune. Now, Hope, before we get on to our worst shirts, I wanted to say...
Oh, can I just say quickly?
Yes.
About this shirt before we move on from this shirt?
Go
on. It's also, the lavender colour represents the fight for gender equality. So they've also been political.
Oh, you know, Hope, I did not... That is good as well. That's great. I didn't know that.
Yes. And question, so the different shades of purple that you mentioned, does that mean within the game, different players might choose a different shirt?
Oh, no. It's the same shirt, Hope. It will be exactly the same kit. I just mean in terms of the actual shirt, you can see on the actual shirt, there are different variations of colour throughout, which I just think is great. So no, the kit isn't different.
I'm just, because the image that I'm looking at, and I'll insert this image so people know what I'm talking about, one looks very lavender and one looks very dark blue.
It will probably be to do with the lighting of the photo. There's a photo of Messi in the shirt and it looks lavender, but I don't think it is. I think it's actually a darker purple than that. But again...
Is Messi this old guy?
This old guy?
Well, I know it's a big deal, but I don't know what he looks like. Is he the one with the beard?
I hope you make me laugh. Yes, Hope that... if it's the same, if it's the image I'm thinking of, it'll be Lionel Messi.
Right. Well, he didn't look. I thought he'd have a ponytail.
No, he's got a lot. He's got a beard, like sort of curled back hair, bit of a quiff, 5'7", but absolute baller. What's your worst shirt?
Right. I really hope that we're in agreement about this, because if not, South Korea's away kit.
Oh wow, that's a big.
Why are you reacting like that before I give my...
Like, that's a big call. And there's a reason, Hope. But again, we'll get into that. It's a big call.
Well, if there's a political reason and I've said that, then... Okay, then good. It's ugly. It looks like someone's just gone some spray cans. It's very retro looking. So when we previously done a football kit review, there were some shirts that looked quite similar to this style in terms of the jazzy 80s vibe. I think it's 80s that I'm talking about. It's not for 2022. I don't like it. I mean, I just don't like anything about it. I don't like the fact that on the sleeves, it's got like that black cuff round that just looks not nice. Only thing I could say that is, if I'm being a bit positive, is the neckline looks quite different. But other than that, I mean... Not a fan, mate.
Hope, I don't disagree. I'm completely with you. I'm actually going to show an image which we're going to put on screen. Now, a reason why I don't like this kit is because it's a Nike template again. RB Leipzig's away kit for the 2021-22 season was nearly identical, same shirt made by Nike. It's just boring. It's just a boring. It's a boring template. It was quite fun.
Was that for F1?
That was football, Hope, as in RB. So that RB Leipzig are a German football team.
Oh, they're like Red Bull.
Yeah, that's because RB is Red Bull Leipzig. They
just look. I just saw Red Bull.
It's Red Bull everything.
Horns.
So I mean, the kit for me, the kit's like that kit was fine, bit different, very, very like out there from Nike. But again, copying the same sort of shirt for South Korea, I just find it boring. It's just boring to have a template. Not my absolute worst, Hope. But again, I can see why you don't like it. I'm not a real fan of it. So quite a few people are though. My worst kit, Hope, and the kit that I.
Can I just say quickly before we move on? This person who's written this article has said, it makes it truly unique. Lewis is saying, no, it's not.
Of course it's not. Nike is they're the most template company ever. Or it's saying